The first letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians, chapter 10, verses 16 to 17, says, Eucharist is not bread to be eaten alone, but rather is a bread to be broken and shared out with others. But this being said, we are not really called to receive Holy Eucharist while not prepared. Therefore, in this video, I've dealt on some of the ways in which we can be able to be good partakers in the Holy Eucharist. Let's stay tuned. First, before making or receiving Holy Communion, we are all called to be in a state of grace. The Catechism of the Catholic Church, number 1385, says, anyone conscious of a grave sin must receive sacrament of reconciliation before receiving Holy Communion. By this, we must at least get to confession, as also the rules of the church says that we must not finish a year without receiving the sacrament of reconciliation. Therefore, before making an attempt to receive Holy Eucharist, we must examine ourselves to prove whether we are really in a state of grace so that we can be able to receive Holy Eucharist. We must believe that truly Jesus himself is present in the Holy Eucharist. Like, for example, if we receive Holy Eucharist, we are not really aware whether that's the body of Christ, that's not Holy Eucharist. When we receive Holy Eucharist, we must be aware, fully aware, consciously aware that this is the body of Christ. Yes, coming early to church is a point that most of us fail to adhere to. You are not supposed to receive Holy Eucharist if you have come late to church. By this I mean, you have not really have time with Jesus. You have not really time to meditate on yourself. Come early to church, prepare yourself so that you can be able to make yourself worthy to be a partaker in the Holy Communion. We are always called to participate in the church actively. We should not only go to church, maybe to be passive participants in the church. We must undertake roles in the church. Maybe be in the choir, and if you are not in the choir, wherever you are, be participating in the church. Maybe be dancing, be singing, be clapping. Do all those stuffs. Be an usher, take readings, etc. When you participate actively in the church, you are making yourself really worthy to be a partaker in the Eucharistic celebration. We are also called to possess a Marian heart. Saint Teresa of Calcutta says, when approaching Holy Communion, we should humbly beg the Blessed Virgin Mary so that we can make a worthy communion. That's self-explanatory. Ask Mother Mary to intercede for you, to help you with graces, to show you graces, so that you will be able to make a worthy communion, where you cannot be able to bring condemnation upon yourself. We're always called to possess a thanksgiving heart. What do I mean? Jesus himself has come unto you, and you've received himself wholly. You have received his body, his blood, his soul, and his divinity. When you've received Jesus himself wholly, you are called to be thankful, appreciate, For instance, whenever a visitor comes to visit you in your house, before the visitor leaves, you will have to make a prayer. You will that visitor will give a thanksgiving remark for the welcoming that maybe he or she has received in the family. Why do we find it difficult to have a thanksgiving heart when we've received Jesus Himself into our heart? Ask yourself this question. We should be thankful always. Be thankful always. Because Jesus Himself has come down unto your heart. You've received Him wholly. Always be thankful. Be appreciative. Be an apostle of Christ. Whenever a mass is ended, you are always called to go and spread this word to others. So wherever we've participated in mass, we've received Jesus Himself fully into our hearts, into our soul. We are called to pass this message to others and ensure that others also get this message of God's mercy unto us, God's love unto us, by bringing Himself down in the form of the bread and the wine. Ensure that you spread this news to others. By spreading the news to others, you are performing your priestly duty, because in baptism, each and every one of us was given a grace to be a priest. Be an apostle. Spread this news to others. Thank you for watching.